Hello students, welcome back to the SATM online learning platform. I, Kirti Sharma, working as an assistant professor in St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management, Gurugram. In the lecture series of Design and Analysis of Algorithms, today we will discuss the knapsack problem and with the help of an example. So, let's start with the problem, what it is actually. Knapsack problem. As we know about, we have already discussed the basics of the greedy approach, right? So what is the knapsack problem, why we are applying the greedy approach to solve that problem itself? So there is some key points to note it down regarding the knapsack problem. First of all, what it is actually. Knapsack, here knapsack means we are considering a bag, right? So bag is to be filled. What is the problem statement here? Here a knapsack is there, that is your bag, and bag is to be filled with different items, right? And each item has some weight and profit. Profit, you can say, like cost of that particular item, right? So weight or capability of the knapsack also will be there, right? So wait, let's assume we are taking an example to understand this concept. What it is actually, we are taking a bag here, right? And in this bag we have to put some items. So there is a capacity of this bag. Let's assume it is of 15 kg. 15 kg of items it can hold in it, right? You can hold. So how you can decide what item should come there in this bag and what item should not be? Like many items are available which have the weight less than 15 kg, right? So how you can decide? That matters a lot. You have to decide like which item should be, you should have to insert into that bag and which should not be. According to like profit of that item should be maximum. If you are inserting any item inside the bag which is having greater profit, so it's good to put it into it, right? So each and every time before putting the item into the knapsack, or you can say bag, you have to check it out. Is it more profitable or not? If it is less profitable comparatively, then it will not, you have to no need to insert it into that bag. Now how you can decide like it is you have to insert it or not? It depends on our logic. It may possible like this particular problem, you can say, the fruits example you can take here. Some fruits, different types of the fruits you have to put in a bag. You are going to the like market and you are taking some fruits and you have a bag of the 15 kg, let's assume, and you have to put the food items, or you have to put the fruits into that bag. So up to what amount it can carry? Maximum amount is 50 kg. So now you have to take the different fruits. So how you can decide like 1 kg you have to take the apple, 1 kg you have to take the banana. So how you can shortlist the things, like how can decide the weight of the fruits? So it depends. So if anything is costing you like if banana is more costlier than the apple, you will take the more amount of the apple and less amount of the banana. It may possible. One possibility, it can be. The next, it may possible like if you have the x1, x2, x3, these are the many more like items there, and that you have to put into the bag, and you are saying that which whatever is the giving the highest profit, you are taking that one first. But it's your logic. What about me? Like I'm saying that no, we can consider the uh, item with the less weight, because less weight will be there. We can put more amount of items into that bag. So with the small weight we can insert more items into the bag. So it could be also right. But what is the right logic actually, that we will decide. And we can, I hope the criteria of the problem is clear to all of you. So knapsack problem is basically the problem in which you have a bag or a knapsack which has its maximum size, and you have to put or insert some items into it each of the item having some weight and the profit on that particular item. So it's a task. You have to insert the items with the like more profitable items you have to insert into that bag. That is your main objective, right? But it should be less than 15, like whatever is the weight of the knapsack, that total sum of the all the items must be less than that particular weight of the knapsack. So in that in solving that type of problem, we can use the greedy approach. How? Because we are trying to find out what maximum profit. That means maximization we are trying to find over here. Like what we are trying to do here, optimization problem. Because if you are trying to find the maximum or minimum of something, that means you are trying to optimize the problem. So here is a knapsack problem, this is the optimization problem. That's why you can directly say you can use a greedy approach here. Now how you can apply it, let's take an example. Like we are taking here weight of a like taking an example here. Before taking an example, we have some points here. Fractional, there are two types of knapsack problem, fractional and 0 1 knapsack problem. In fractional, as its name indicating, we can divide the fraction items in the fractions. Whatever the items we are inserting or we are putting into the bag, we can divide those items. So if the items are divisible, or you can take the items in the fractions, like if I'm saying like um, any grocery thing like dal, rice, whatever you are taking, you can divide it into the fraction, milk, then fruits, vegetables. So if any items are in the fractionable mode, then you can apply directly the fractional knapsack problem. That is based on the greedy method, greedy approach. And next is 0 1. 0 is stand for either you take it completely, or you have to leave it, you don't have to take it. So there are two options only, you cannot break the item. So if items are not breakable, then you have to use a 0 1 knapsack. Both are the different actually. So fractional knapsack we will cover today with the help of greedy approach, because it's optimization problem. 0 1 knapsack is also an optimization problem, but we cannot do the fraction of the item here. So that means it's also optimization, but we will use the dynamic programming concept here in solving the 0 1 knapsack problem, that we will discuss later. So let's start with the fractional knapsack problem with the help of greedy approach. So what it is actually, what our steps, there are some steps that are involved here. First you have to arrange the items in the decreasing order of profit by loss. Why is it so profit by loss? What it's mean actually, pi if I'm taking here as a profit and wi is as a loss, sorry, weight here. So if we will take the uh, for the each and every item individually, like what is the profit of that item and what is the weight of that item, we can find out the per unit profit here by taking out this thing. So if we have to decide it, we will further see this thing like per unit how much profitable that particular item is. Then after we will do the we will arrange all those units into the decreasing order. Then we will select the items to insert it into the knapsack. So second thing what we have to do, put items one by one until the knapsack is full, like maximum capacity of the knapsack until it reaches to the maximum capacity of the knapsack. So what will be the condition, or you can say constraint? What will be the constraint here? Constraint or condition, if item that you have taken, xi is the item, x1 item, x2 item, x3 item and xi item, so on. So what are the profit? Profit we have to check it out like with respect to each and every item. Like x1 means first, on the first item what is the profit? P1. Weight, on the first item what is the weight? W1. So that's why you can use the profit, weight and items here. So now our main task is what we want, like objective is to maximize the profit, but condition, what is the condition and constraint? You can say weight into profit of that particular product or item, profit into weight must be less than equals to total knapsack weight. Of course, yes. If 15 kg it allows, like your knapsack, your bag is allowing to enter 15 kg items, then you have to insert up to 15 only. You cannot insert more. Okay, so it's the constraint or condition, and what is our objective? To maximize the profit, right? So mathematically you can say maximize profit pi into xi. Here I is stands for 1 to n, like first item, second item, third item, and sum of all the items profit is the, we have to maximize, and condition is this, right? So this is the mathematical representation for objective and condition, or you can say constraint. So next we have an example like n. N is the number of items. Three number of items are there available. W is the size of knapsack that we are taking. It's 14. Here P1, P2, P3 are the profits with respect to the number of item number. Like first item with profit 90, second item with profit 100, third item with profit 50. Same here, weight of the first item, second weight item, third weight item, 683. Now what is our task? Arrange all the things in the tabular form. Item 1 to 3, what is the profit with respect to 1? 90, 150. Now weight 683. So let's assume it is in kg. I'm assuming it. Unit can be anything, right? So any unit you can use over here. So what is our main task here? If you will see directly here, you can say like this is 100. Item 2 is giving the best at most like possible profit. So we can choose it directly, like we are considering it, then we are considering first two, then we will consider third. No, this is not the right approach actually. We have to choose, we have to show you the best technique to select the items according to the most profitable manner, in most profitable manner. So how you can use this kind of things, like how you can decide it, like this is the profit of item 1 and this is a weight of item 1, right? I'm assuming it into the kg. If 6 kg per 6, like 6 kg is having for the item 1 weight, and 90 is the profit over it. So if we will find the per unit profit, like 6 kg profit is 90 now. If I'm trying to find per kg, so how you can find 90 divided by 60, whatever you will get per unit, you per kg you can get that particular profit. So our main task is to find out the profit per unit, right? So per unit how much profit we are able to take with respect to any item. So 90 divided by 6, that is profit over profit by weight. So profit by weight 15, 12.5, 16.6. These are the profit per weight that we are getting over here, right? So arrange, now our task is arrange all into the decreasing order. What is the, which one is the highest? Item 3 is highest, then item 1, then item 2. 3, like we have arranged it here, 3, 1, 2. Now what is our task? To check it out, like weight of the items must be less than, like is it less than knapsack size or knapsack weight or not? What is the weight of the item 3? 3, as it mentioned here, 3, right? So 3 is less than equals to 14 or not? Yes, of course it is less than. That means you can take it completely. Xi is indicating here as 1. 1 is indicating what? You are taking this item completely. What it means, 3 kg you can you have already inserted into the knapsack, because it's less than the total weight of the knapsack. So we have inserted it. So how much space is left in the knapsack now? 14 minus 3, 11 kg knapsack sizes remain. Next we have item 1. We have already shortlisted. What is the weight of the item 1? As it is mentioned, 6. So 6 is less than 11 or not? Yes, it is less than 11. Then also you can say you can take complete item 1 here. So that means 1 is indicating you can take complete item here. So after subtracting 11 minus 6, how much space is left in the knapsack? 5 kg space is less. So item 2 is having the weight 8, and 5 is the total size of the knapsack that is available. So it's less than, so that condition will become false. If this condition become false, now we have to decide, like whatever is the space left in the knapsack, how much item can come into that space. So maximum utilization of the resources actually it is. That is the main application also, you can say here. So this is indicating item 2 is having the 8 weight. So I am dividing it 8 divided by 5. That means 1 by 5th of complete weight you can assign, you can insert into that particular knapsack. So how much it will be? 0.6. So 0.6 part of a item you can insert into the knapsack in order to get the maximum profit. So how much weight it will be? Like no weight is available now. Complete weight is utilized. Knapsack weight, right? Now what we will do here, our next step is, there is like you have already selected the things like complete item 3, item 1, but 8 by 5th part of the item 2 you will select to insert it. So it's all about the selection of the items that you have to insert into the knapsack. This is the algorithm. Here P is profit, W is weight, X is the item that you have to take. First step that you have to do here, arrange all these things in the decreasing order. Profit per unit weight, according to the profit per unit weight you have to find the profit per unit weight, and then arrange all the values into the decreasing order and select one by one in the maximum to minimum. So for that purpose we are aligning here the for loop, that is I1 to n. That means any number of item you can insert here. Item weight should be less than equals to knapsack weight. If it is, then increase the value of the item, take it completely, and subtract the item weight into from the knapsack, because it already taken the space into the knapsack. Now you can do the minus that space from the knapsack, as we have already seen in the previous example. Else if it is not completely coming, then do the fraction of the that item as like this, and after that whatever is there space in the knapsack, it will be 0. Complete utilization of the space already take place. So it was all about the knapsack problem. So we have one more example here. N is the number of items 5, knapsack weight is there, profit of all the 5 items is given, weight of all the 5 items is given, right? We have written all these things in the tabular representation, 1 2 3 4 5 items with respect to profit and weight. First task, find the per unit uh, profit per unit weight. So 10 divided by 5, pi divided by wi. This is the main thing. Profit per unit weight we are trying to find it out. So per unit weight we are getting here for the all items. Yes. Now arrange all these things into the decreasing order. Now how it will arrange? Like 3 1 2 3. 3 is having the maximum per unit weight, so it will come first. Then 1 will come. Then 4 will come here. Then next 5 will come here, and last 2 will come here. So we have arranged all these thing pi over divided by profit of over weight in the decreasing order. Now we have arranged all these things in the decreasing order, and now one by one we are checking the weight of items. Like item 3 is having the weight 1 and knapsack weight is 9. So if it is less than, then take it completely, and 1 is indicating like you are taking the complete part of the item. So that means what is the weight of that item? 1. 9 minus 1, 8. Now knapsack size remaining 8. Next item 1 is having the weight 2. It is less than 8. Yes, less than equals to 8. So you can take it completely and reduce that size from the knapsack. Now again do the same procedure. At last you will get 3 is the item 2 weight and 1 is the knapsack size, that is less than. This condition will become false, and now you can say that you can take the 1/3 part of the item rather than taking the complete item. So our space will be utilized fully. Knapsack is become full completely. Now we have to stop over here. Like all the items in which sequence we have to press it out, it's clear to all. Like first you can insert item number 3, item number 1, 4, 5, 2 you can insert. Right. So next we have one more example here. 3 is the number of elements here, items here. 20 is the weight of the knapsack. 3 profits are there, weights are there with respect to the item numbers. So we have mentioned it into the tabular form, and we have find out what, like pi divided by wi. That means profit per unit weight. 25 divided by 18, 24 divided by 15, 15 divided by 10. After division we are getting over here 1.3, 1.6 and 1.4. Now we have to arrange it all these things into the decreasing order. 1 by 6 item number 2 we have to return first, then 1.4 item number 3 we have to return, then 1.3 item number 1 we have to return. This is the decreasing order of the all these per unit weights. Now what it is, we are again drawing a table in the decreasing order of the items 2 3 1. Now we have to check the per unit, like 15 kg is the weight of item 2 And what about the total weight of the knapsack? It's 20. So you can take it completely. This one is indicating xi is the items, number of items that you are taking. So one is indicating you can take it completely. So what you have to do? 20 minus 15. Whatever you are taking completely, do subtract it from the total knapsack size. Now 5 kg space is left in the knapsack. How you can decide? Either you have to take 3 or 1, or some parts of 3 or 1. So check the weight of the item 3. It's 10. It's less than 5. You cannot take it completely. So you have to take a fraction of it, like 5 divided by 10. It will become 0.5, you can say. So what it will be there? Like knapsack size is full here, right? Knapsack size is full here, and 0.5 that we are seeing here per unit profit per weight you are getting over here. Okay. So 0.5 is the that much item, like half of the item you can take, insert into the knapsack, half you have to leave there, right, in order to get the maximum profit. Item 1, 0 is the knapsack size, you cannot insert it, and 18 is the item 1 size, so it's rejected. So nothing you can insert into the knapsack. It was all about the knapsack problem actually, the way in which you can select the items in order to insert it into the knapsack, or you can say bag. Now what about the time complexity of the knapsack? First thing that you are doing here, you can see over here with the help of example, after these constant evaluation, like these whatever we are dividing and per unit in order to find out the per unit weight, so per unit profit. So this is the constant, it will take the constant time. But if we will arrange it into the decreasing order, now comparison will exist. So order of n, for each and every time, n is the uh, the complexity in order to short it out, like for the shorting of it into the decreasing order. So next thing, you have to trace it out, like you have to compare each and every item weight with respect to the total weight, with respect to the like shortings we have already done, and the profit weights that we have given, like it's given to execute. So order of n is the time taken in shorting, and log n is deciding the depth of the tree, right, as we know already. So if we are moving in the depth, like we are tracing all the elements of the, if you are trying to trace all the elements that you can insert into the knapsack, then that means you are tracing each and everything. That will be deep searching of anything, deep analysis of anything in the top to down format, or you can say recursively, then directly you can say it's a log n time executing, right? So what about the total time complexity? N is for the sorting and log n is for the uh, selecting. So sorting and selecting completely time complexity will be order of n log n. So in exam point, from exam point of view, it, if there will be a question, it may possible any question, numerical question could be there, as we have already seen with the help of example directly. This type of question can come, or theoretical question may also come. So be ready for like anything can be possible. So in this particular lecture, we have discussed the fractional knapsack problem with the help of greedy approach. So in the next lecture, we will discuss the job sequencing with the deadline. So job sequencing problem we will discuss. Of course, it will also be a greedy approach. So we will discuss it in the next lecture. So stay tuned with the lectures. Thank you. Have a nice day.